Hey, what's up? John Shred here, and today I am reviewing the new MSI 4090 Suprim X. Stay tuned and check out the full unboxing. I will put it into my computer, make sure it fits, and then give you some benchmarks. Stay tuned. Hey, what's up? Welcome back. If it's your first time here, thanks for joining. I like to talk new different technologies, and today we're looking at the new 4090. Now, I have hesitated on purchasing one because they're extremely expensive, and I have a 4090, I'm lying, a 3090 Ti, that I got a really good deal on. I paid about, $1,200 US. Compared to this 4090 Suprim X, which was just under $2,000 US. So, I mean, that's a pretty significant price jump for the extra $800 USD. So I want to find out if it's worth it, or am I reselling this card? So let's take it apart and see what it's all about. Okay. Ta-da. Box opens very similar to the Asus Dark Z690 motherboard. Okay, nice little mouse pad. Cool, cool, cool. Not bad, not bad. GPU holder. It actually looks really nice. I don't know if you can see here. It has some chrome along the edge. I mean, I'm gonna keep it in the bag for now. I'm not sure if I'm keeping this GPU yet. A lovely 4-pin adapter. You see what's going on with all the controversy with these guys. We'll do our best. I may not even have to use this. I have a 12-pin. Okay, here is the card. Oh my gosh, it's heavy. Hold on. Okay. Ta-da, ta-da. Okay. There you go. First look. It is huge. Okay. I mean, let me get some of this plastic off it. But look at the back, look at the back. Man, it looks pretty slick. Okay, let's take some of this goodies off. This part on top is really cool. You can see it right here. Here, yeah. It has this neat shine to it, and it feels high quality. If you don't know, this is the highest model line in the MSI, for MSI. I have used MSI in the past, and I've never been a fan of their Gaming X, Gaming Z line. But the Suprim, I'm very happy with. It compares directly to the Asus ROG Strix or the Gigabit Aorus. But this feels pretty cool, and it looks, other than being way bulkier than the 3080, 3090, it does have a very similar look and feel, unlike the Asus, who completely changed their design. So they kept traditional with this, which is all right. So far so good. It's very heavy. Okay, let me go get my PC. We'll bring it up here and we'll see if it fits. Stay tuned. Okay, we're back. Here is my brand new Snow White Lanley 011D Dynamic Mini. I put this whole build in. It's a brand new build. I recorded last week. My top-down footage got corrupted, and I pretty much lost all the footage. Yay. So, but yeah, what's in here, I have since upgraded my system to an Asus I used to have an EVGA Z690 classified board. I've now switched it out with an Asus Dark 690. Yo team Asus. So, and instead of the 12900K, I have upgraded to a 12900KS, which is pretty neat. So, as you can see in here, this is the 3090 Ti, the EVGA for the Win 3 that I have. Check out the review here, full unboxing of that card. So you can see it fits quite well. Let me take the top and panel off this. Okay, let me get this over a bit. You can see, especially, I mean, EVGA is really good for this because their cards actually aren't very long. When I compared to on the 3080, the Strix versus the, for the Win 3, the Strix is about an inch longer at the end. So, I mean, that's what I was a little bit worried about by getting this Suprim. It is also in the same size territory as a Strix, but I'm pretty sure it'll be fine. I am using a 12 pin connector directly from the power supply to the GPU instead of using the little pigtail things that keep catching fire. Lianli, I have a Lianli 850 watt SFX power supply in this system. And so far, it seems to handle the 3090 Ti, no problem. But we know the 3090 Ti can only pull up to, in theory, 450 watts, where the 4090 can do 600 watts. So that is also something I will figure out. Will it fit inside this case, and will my power supply be able to handle it? So let me pull this card out, and we'll slap the other one in. This new Asus Hero Z690 motherboard has a really neat kind of way to, let me see if I can get a video here with my phone, of popping out the GPU. And you can see there's a little button in the middle right here. And it is supposed to pop the GPU. I haven't done it yet, but so let's try this out together. Huh, it works very well, very well. Okay, there's the 3090. Do you want to see them side by side really quick? Oh. So here, how do we do this? Let's see if we can get them top down, kind of an idea. So lengthwise, we definitely have about 1.5 inches extra. Height, about the same. Thickness, about the same. So I'm not too worried. I think it'll fit fine. Let's get rid of this guy. we go. Ooh, it helps if you take a little thing off the bottom. In. All right, okay. Let me toss a couple screws in. Same as the 39 Ti, it's a 3-card slot. She's a big one. But considering that this is still considered a pretty small case, and it fits no problem at all. Okay, 2 should be good. Now put them all 3 in. Okay. Next is the power cable. Okay, so far so good. Hopefully this bend is appropriate. Let me get some nice up close footage here for you of the bend. So I think that's pretty good. Okay, do we need a support bracket? Nah, feels fine. I'm just noticing that the switch on the card itself is defaulted to silent, which is odd. I'm gonna put that on gaming. Okay, how does that look? Let's see if we can get this in better in frame. My power cable's gonna go this way. Okay. On. And let's go. Oh, that's super cool. That's super cool. Okay, It's booted up. I don't have a monitor here to connect. I will now take this back downstairs, do some benchmarking, see how well it performs. So far, it looks cool. I do like the line that goes across the two different, the two lines. The fact that there isn't a lot of RGB on the card, I'm wondering if this is configurable here where it says MSI. It's almost like there's like this plastic, almost kind of looks like a crystal. I wonder if I can play with that. Once I get it set up downstairs, I'll see if I can install some software to play with the lights. But let me go check the performance and see how it performs against the 3090 Ti to better understand if it's worth the $800 USD upgrade. So stay tuned, I'll be back with some benchmarks. Hey, what's up? Welcome back. It's been a few days since I went to start the benchmarks on the Suprim. It took a little longer because what happened was the Lianli 850 watt power supply that I had, the SFX one that I put in that Lianli 011D Mini. It has a 12 pin connector that I'm currently using for the 3090 Ti, works perfectly. When I try and use it on the 4090 Suprim, the card won't boot. So I was like, So, I mean, the power supply does come with 3 8-pin connectors, but as you may or may not know, the 4090 requires 4. Now, it does boot up on 3 and you can use it, but I wouldn't recommend it. I'll do a separate video about that and that power supply later. So, that being said, this past week though, what's nice is Warzone 2 was released. So I was able to get some footage and play it and see how well it performed.
He's roaming around. Nice.
Oh, if you're enjoying this video, please leave me a thumbs up. Now, on to the benchmarks. As you can see here, I mean, overall, the 4090 is about 65 to 85% faster than a 3090 Ti. It's incredible. So, I mean, now how does that play into the cost though? I mean, if I'm looking at, you can buy a 3090 Ti used right now for about, I don't know, $1,100 US. Now, if I were to buy the 4090 Suprim brand new after tax, you're looking at just under $2,000. Now working on that, that's like 77% price increase for a 65 to 85% performance boost. So to me, it's kind of bang on the price increase for the better performance. So really, it's up to you. Now, what about overclocking? So I did check it out. There's this neat tool that I'll show you here on screen that you can run that'll tell you what the speed, the power limits are for the card. So in the case of most 4090s, they're power limited to 450 watts as a soft power limit, but you can crank that up. Now what's interesting is that it's supposed to go up to 600 watt. This card, the Suprim X, only goes up to 520. So how much difference did overclocking make? Here's the settings that I used. I wasn't able to up the core at all. As soon as I increased the core, even 100, 200 megahertz, any test I did crash. So I stuck with VRAM. I was able to get about a plus 1,000 megahertz on the VRAM. And did it make any difference? Not really. You're looking at a 1 to 3% boost. It was pretty interesting, even on high-end benchmarks such as Port Royal. The card just crashed. Even at that, I couldn't keep it going. So, overclock potential. Who knows? Are they going to come up with a BIOS that allow it to get to 600 watts? Possibly. Okay, next up is thermals. I was very impressed. There was no issues at all with the thermals. The GPU didn't go over 70 degrees Celsius and the VRAM didn't go over 80. So to me, 2 thumbs up. I think that worked really well. Kudos MSI. Now, lighting. I talked about the lighting on the car and I was hoping that it would light up. Once I downloaded the MSI Center software, which then opened up the Mystique light package, I was able to play with it. So, I mean, there's a couple different options. Change the lights, RGB. Was I super impressed? Not really. MSI has never really been my biggest RGB configuration that I like. I've always been team EVGA or ASUS. So, I mean, yeah, it worked, but up to you. You may like it. So, as a conclusion, 4090s are incredibly fast. By far the fastest cards out there right now, as you probably know. Now, is one required to play the latest games? Well, one could say that Warzone 2 just came out, and I mean the average FPS was 180 frames per second on my ultra wide at 3440 by 1440 resolution. Now, not too many people play at ultra wide. I mean, my monitor is an Asus RG. It can only do 100 hertz. So 180, I mean, it is a bit overkill. Comparing it to the 3090 Ti, I'm still getting 115 frames per second. So for me, the 3090 is still plenty. Now, you may need more juice. Maybe your monitor can do 144 hertz, and then the 3090 Ti just isn't enough if you want to use G-Sync and keep it matched perfectly. So, I mean, it's really going to come down to cost. It's an extra $900, $850 USD. That's a lot of money. I mean, you can almost get a 3090, definitely a 3090 for that price, if not almost a 3090 Ti. So, I mean, for me, awesome card, absolutely monster. Is it overkill right now? I would say so. So I'm very curious to see the 4080s came out this week, and I have one I should be able to get to review next week. So if you like this content, if you want to learn more, please stay tuned. I'll have hopefully some more video cards and new technology. All right, please subscribe and see you next time.